I have an update for you on Studio B, and as you can see behind me, we filled in the windows with sand, how I previously had mentioned, and we're now going ahead and taping up the seams of the drywall, sanding. Next, we will be bringing in a gray primer. So if you guys have missed these updates on the studio, definitely let me know down in the comments below. Wanted to talk a little bit about organization today. Now, over the last few hours, I have gone ahead and started cleaning up a little bit around here. As you can see, it is a construction zone, but as we come into Studio C, what you're going to be able to see is a very, very nice organizational tool. Now, one of the big shout outs that I want to make before we go any further is Monster Music, Up and Up Festival, and most, but certainly not least, the woman that put me in this position with Monster, Kelsey. And I also want to shout out Vinny, her boyfriend, as well as the headliner of the show. So definitely check out Cypress. He is super dope. We also did an event this past week with Cyber Productions with Bonus Levels, which is a virtual fest, and we'll be talking more about that. But one of the main issues that I had with that festival, I would say, would be my lack of organization, right? That someone who is honest with themselves, that they're gonna admit when they have flaws, right? That the studio is not always going to be perfect. Nobody's perfect, right? I'm sitting here in the other room, pondering to myself, oh, well, should I take 15, 20 minutes, an hour to just kind of clean up before I even shoot this vlog? But then I thought to myself, well, where's the authenticity? So I grabbed the flag, wanted to do a quick shout out to Up and Up Fest. They've really provided me with a studio-saving tool in the Behringer X18 mixer that Ben ended up hooking me up with. And I want to give a big shout out to Ben, because this studio would not be in this position that I had no way to get rid of white noise. And the Behringer and Ben's mix on the Behringer really provide that opportunity for me. So I digress with my plugs here. I haven't done much of an update in very long, but as you can see, I'm starting to clear out a lot of the studio things that we are going to be in the process of continuing on the floor. So that's really my next goal as far as what this room goes. I've shot content, people have seen a glimpse of the studio, but we are under construction. So this really is a very dusty environment. And so I think that I've, truly in myself made a comeback this year. So come along with me on my comeback journey here. But as we started off in the beginning of the vlog, we should definitely check it out from this angle. We've done a significant bit of work, to be honest, that although the contractor is unwilling to be on camera, he does quality work, and I really appreciate him, and that it's just been a process. And I've always felt like, from a marketing standpoint, that you want to develop a relationship with your customers and actually show them the process of how you became successful, so then they develop an emotional connection with you. Now, the contractor is unwilling to be on camera, and that's, his own right. But as you can see, we are getting Studio B done. We went ahead and sanded up the windows and provided the most soundproof area possible. Something that we are going to have to resolve. I'm gonna get in the, let me get a little bit of better light, right? It's pretty cold in here, but it's actually not as bad as the Studio C. Studio B is actually very, very, very warm. So this will, more so be the lounge, where we'll be probably spending the majority of our time. But as we continue this update, this is more so a whole studio update. And we are looking the exact same in the office. Now, we've gone ahead and put up the drywall, but we have left the drop ceiling. Now, this may be something that may come to bite us long term, that this ceiling does go up a total of 13 feet. So kind of the design, the finish, the decor, but you know what? We need to get the studio open. And with it being cold, it's easier to heat a room with a drop ceiling. We've considered doing a drop ceiling in here, but it would kind of ruin the effect, right? And so as we come into the office, similarly to what I had shown you guys, and we are not going to have to do anything to the actual concrete brick, so that's going to be really cool. We went ahead and kept the windows in the office, that I do see this room more so as a bit of a monitoring bay, that it would kind of be contactless from the rest of the building, and it would be autonomous, so every studio would have its own door. So that's just something that we're working on, and if you have enjoyed this update, definitely let me know if there's any more updates or specific things that you would like me to talk about. I am going to apologize for not putting up as many updates, but like I said, I am restricted to what I can film, so I just want to thank everybody that has stuck around, who has actively been supporting me. Just using my cell phone right now, super easy, just pick it up and film. I need to do more of this. So I just want to thank you guys once again. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. If you already know, I'm Anthony Marshall, and every subscriber counts. It helps me pay taxes. It helps me pay the water bill, the electric bill, and create a Motown 2.0, Midwest fantasy factory. Rob Dyrdek, give me a little cosign action for the Midwest. And there's going to be a lot of cool stuff on this channel over the next year that I've really been meeting a lot of dope people. I want to give a big shout out to Krista on the business fix that we're working on, as well as her fitness journey with Wellverse, so I definitely want to give a big shout out to Krista. We're going to be all over the place. She's even more of an animal than I am. And if you haven't, definitely check out our podcast that we had. I was definitely geeking pretty hard. So once again, this is Anthony Marshall. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And as you already know, we'll see you.